Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the second part of the vertical blouse in 4 pieces. Hope that you all make your homework, so let's continue. This is the second part, remember. In the box below, I'm going to share the link of the first part. Well, remember, we stop here where we complete the next 5 moons and where we repeat the first row that we made. This is your homework and we were here. Now I will teach you how we are going to start the second part. Well, here I will make a recap. We made 10 chains. Then we are going to come back, and in the 5th we are going to insert our hook, double crochet, 2 chains. In the 3rd, single crochet. Now we are going to turn around, and then right here is where we are going to make the double crochets. So we made 1, 2, and 3. And remember that we are going to make just a half of the 4th double crochet because we are going to complete it joining here. We are going to insert our hook right in the middle of the last wave, and we are going to complete the double crochet. And then we are going to make the next 4 double crochets to complete the 8, okay? Remember that we are going to continue the same. The only thing that we made is that we changed places. We are going to make kind of a stair, remember? Then 2 chains. And now we are going to insert right in the middle and in the top of the next moon. So we continue the same. Remember that the tip is that you should follow this way, okay? And you are going to count in series of 3. And so to start the next series, we are going to count from here 1, 2, and 3. And also here at the bottom, 1, 2, and 3. So I always follow. If I have 3 in this side, well, I should continue in the other side counting 3. That's the way I know what is the sequence, what is the series that I should make next, okay? So when you have doubt, please make this little trick so you know what to follow. So this is how you are going to continue until you get the rows that you need for the size that you are going to make this, okay? I already get ahead. This is the back part of my blouse. So look, this is where I finished. These were my last rows. I didn't complete the series of 3 because I already have the rows that I need for the back part of my blouse. And this is where we started. As you can see, some moons are loose here. If you want, you can join them, or you can leave it like that, okay? And well, as you could see, I followed the rule of counting. Let me check. Remember that these were the last rows that I made, and I didn't complete the sequence of 3. But here I have 1, 2, 3, then going down 1, 2, 3, and then going up 1, 2, and 3, and going down 3, 2. So like this is how I was making the review, if I was correct or not. And also I followed the same rule for the top here. 3 and then 3 down, 3 up, and like this is how I continue. And also I was always checking that I have 5 moons, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and changing levels, right? And for the back I made these rows. I'm going to count them like this, okay? 1, 2,
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12, 14, 16, 18.
20, 22, 24. And I think that for a medium size, these rows are enough for the back, okay? Remember that we always made 5 moons, and here the number change according where the moon is, okay? So well, I remember that at the end we count and we have 24 rows. So well, now for the front part of our blouse, we are going to divide into 3. We are going to make the same number, but now we are going to divide to make an egg. So we are going to divide in 3 parts, 6, 7, and 8. So each part will have 8. So I already get ahead to remember that I was making this part, so I will make 8 like these ones until I complete this side. So let's finish this part first, and then I will teach you how we are going to reduce to create the neck, okay? So we are going to reduce more or less like this, and then we are going to increase to make the other side. But see you here, and remember that we are going to continue respecting the rules, always with 5 moons and following the stairs rule, okay? But see you once I finish this 8 sequence. Well, before we continue, I wanted to show you how is the way I'm continuing, okay? Here I join, and then I'm going to continue going up, counting 3. But this may be tricky for you, but well, here when you arrive, right away you are going to start with the next sequence, okay? Here you finish the last moon, so instead of making 5 chains, you are going to just make 1 and right away start with the V. So remember, just 1 chain and the V, okay? Well, I want you to observe very well the sequence. The sequence by its own is going to lead you and it's going to tell you what is next. For example, right now we are repeating this row, the first one, and then we are going to repeat the second one, and like this. As you could see, everything it's about repetitions. Well, at the end of the row, remember that before and after we finish the moon, we are going to make 2 chains in between. So we are going to make 2 chains here in the top, a single crochet. Then we are going to turn around. So here we have the 5 half moon. So we are going to complete them. So we are going to turn around, 2 chains. And please don't forget about these 2 chains, and then right away we are going to continue with the 8 double crochet. So remember that when we are about to make this row, we are going to repeat the same, okay? And please don't forget the 2 chains, and as you could see, we always make the 2 chains in between. The moons are not alone by themselves, so pay attention. So look, here I finished the series of 8 that I need for the size that I'm making. Remember that I'm making this blouse for a medium size. If you want to make more rows, well, you are going to increase in multiples of 3, okay? Remember that for the fronts, not from the back part, we made 24. So you are going to increase 3 by 3, 27, 30, 33, until you obtain the size of the blouse that you are making this for, okay? So this is the third part of our blouse. Well, just checking up, remember that we have to follow the sequence 3 by 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then going down 1, 2, and 3. So look, this is how we are going to continue. We are going to make here for the neck single crochet. 1, 2, then 5 chains, and here instead of making double crochet, we are going to make single crochet. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and single crochet. So you are going to repeat this until you get the length of the neckline that you want, okay? So in my case, I just want a short neckline, so I'm just going to make like this one 5. So 3, and I will make 2 more or less until here. And well, then from here we are going to continue making the same stitch that we were making, okay? So for example, here we have started from here. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember that we are going to make 5. So in the 5th, we are going to start with the stitch, with the sequence, making a V. Okay, but let me check because I think I made a mistake. If you could see here, it wasn't a V, it was the part where we made chains. So a double crochet, then a 5 chains, and right here double crochet. So this is how we should follow. So we are going to continue like the row like we were making before, and see you here. Please, I suggest if you have a marker, please point it out. So this is how we are going to continue making rows until we have the 8 sequins that we need, the other third part of our blouse. See you at the end of these 8 sequins to teach you how we are going to increase. Well, let's make a recap. Here for this I have 8 series. Then I reduce, and this is the collar, this is the part of the neck, and I made 8 sequins. So this is the neck. So now we are going to increase in the other side to close the neckline, okay? So remember that we take 5 series, and in the 5th we start. Well, so we are going to make 20 chains. This will be the base chains to close the neckline that we made, okay? To recover the stitches that we reduce. 18, 19, and 20. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to start right here. So a double crochet and then 1 chain, and in the same stitch 1 double crochet to make the V. So skip 1 and double crochet. And I'm sorry, skip 1 and single crochet. So again 1 chain, skip 1, and then here double crochet, and again we are going to make V's. We are going to have 4 V's until we arrive to the 5th. Well, we have to stop here because guess what? I made a mistake. We can start with the next sequence because we don't have what is left. If we don't correct this, then our blouse will be wrong and the following stitches won't match with the sequence that we have been making. So first we have to finish the sequence complete, the chain row, and then when we are there we are going to increase the 20 stitches to close the neckline. So look, here I complete the sequence and now I'm ready to continue and to close the neckline. So I start in the 9th sequence to close the neckline, right? So now let's go up with 20 chains. 18, 19, and 20. Count 1, 2, 3, and in the 5th, the first double crochet. Then 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the 5th. Here, double crochet. So this is how we are going to continue. 5 chains, a double crochet, and remember that we must have the same number that we made in the other side. Remember that here we made 4, and in the 5th is where we start to make the stitch again. So again we are going to make 5 chains, 3, 4, 5. Then we are going to skip 4, and in the 5th we are going to make a double crochet, and like this until we have 4 like this one. So well, and then from here we are going to continue making the series until we complete the sequence, until we complete the 8 series that we were making, okay, for the other third of our blouse. And then I will show you how we are going to join, okay? For now, let's finish this first. Look, this is the third part of our blouse. This will be the sleeve, and I just made 3 moons, and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 eyes, and I follow the same instructions and the same stitch. If you want, you can make your sleeve a little bit longer, making more moons or making more eyes. And well, according to the design that I want, this will reach to the elbow, if you want you can make it shorter or you can leave it without sleeves. I made 19 sequence like this one, 19 eyes. So we are going to have 2 sleeves with the same number of rows and everything, and 1 back and 1 front. So once we have all our pieces ready, I will teach you how we are going to join. So we are going to place all our pieces here so you can match them and you can see how we are going to construct our blouse. Okay, I suggest that you, if you have your markers, please use them and try to join and try to match perfectly all the pieces. Remember that here we are going to join this part and also part of the shoulders, and well, here I'm going to put a marker. Okay, we are going to use the same stitch to join. So once we have all our pieces, all our pieces join, we are going to crochet. Okay, so now we have these 2 pieces. First we are going to join the back and the front. So here we are in one of the sides. Here is where we are going to continue. We are going to continue respecting the rule that we have of the 3 moons together. So for example, here we have 3 and then we are going to count 1, 2, and we are going to join with the third one right here. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to join this part to complete the 3 moons, and then we are going to join this wave with this other wave, this moon with this one, and then this with this, and like this. If you have a marker, please use it to point it out and to see where we are going to join. So this is how we are going to match one piece with the another. Okay, and here it will be different because we are going to leave the space to join the sleeve. So first we should try on to see how many space we have to leave for the sleeve. So well, here I'm going to complete the moon. I'm going to make 2 chains. Here I'm going to take the 5 chains, and right in between we are going to slip 1 to join like this. Then we are going to make, so we are going to close and 2 chains. Sorry, I think that I make a lot of noise with my bracelets, right? Well, right away we are going to go with the next moon, and we are going to complete the moon, okay, making the next 8 double crochets. So but first we are going to make 4 double crochets. Now when we have 4, we are going to join them here right in the top of the moon. We are going to slip 1, and then right away we are going to continue making the next 4 double crochets. So here we have 1, 2, sorry if it looks a little bit more darker, but now it's late and I didn't bring my lights with me, so I'm in a different stage. But well, now once we complete the 8 double crochets, we will continue following the stitch and join. But well, I'm going to join one moon more so you can see how it is. I don't want that you have any doubt. Okay, so here I'm completing this moon with the last 4 double crochets. So here I'm going to close and slip 1, then 2 chains, and then here right in the middle of these chains in between that we have here, right here, okay, we are going to slip 1 to close, then 2 chains, and we are going to join right here at the beginning of the moon. So we are going to slip 1 to close, and right away we are going to make the first 4 double crochets, and then we are going to join, and then the next 4 double crochets, and this is how we are going to continue. And here I will see you to teach you how we are going to join this, but remember that we should try on to see how many space we need for the sleeves. So imagine that I already try on, and this is the size of the sleeve that I want. So remember that I made 19 series. So we are going to count from here to here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 eyes, and in the other side we are going to count the same number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we are going to point it out here. So we are going to close this part, this side, because the other side is where our sleeve will be. And well, what we are making here is what we are going to repeat in the other side, okay? For now we are going to continue following the same stitch to close this part. So we are going to join 1, 2, 3 and 5 eyes, and 5 eyes in the other side too. So I want you to see how I'm joining. I join V over V, and this is how I continue. This is how I divide my armhole. I put these chains in between, so I pointed out where the sleeve will be. But well, let me repeat what I made here so you can see exactly how it is. Let me make it again. So okay, we are here. We are going to make, we already made a chain, then we are going to make a double crochet, then one chain, and we are going to insert our hook right away in the V that we have right in front. Then one double crochet to complete the V right here, then single crochet, one chain, and again a double crochet, one chain, and then we go right to the next V. Well, and as you could see, we are respecting the stitch, and while we are making the stitch we are joining. So this is a technique that I like, and so far it has to look like this. Okay, so we are going to continue following the stitch until we arrive here, and also we are going to use the same technique to join here the shoulders. Okay, remember that this is what we made in the front part, so we are going to join the same distance. You can join it either with embroidery needle or with the same technique that I have just taught you, or just with single crochet, but when we are here I will teach you how we are going to make it, don't worry. And also, like this is how we are going to close our sleeves. So let's continue. Well, so when you finish to join this part, we are going to continue with the row that was missing, and when we arrive here we are going to join the shoulders. You can use embroidery needle and sew, or you can continue using your hook. In my case, I like more to use the hook and to crochet, because with this you won't create any pleat. So we are going to make 2 chains, and here we are going to slip one, then 2 chains, and right to the other side we are going to slip one, then 2 chains, and then we are going to take the stitch of the other side, slip one, and then 2 chains, and this is basically how we are going to join all the shoulder. And well, until here, so we are going to join this part like I have just stitched you, okay? And remember that here is where we reduce some stitches to make the neckline. So we are going to make the same in the other shoulder, okay? We are going to repeat the same technique, and also in one part of the size of our blouse, and we are going to use the same stitch and technique to join the sleeves, making 2 chains and slip one to close. So I want you to see how I joined the shoulder, okay? I made 2 chains, slip one, 2 chains, and slip one. And like this, the same way, I joined the slip. Look at here. 2 chains, I slip one in the other side, then 2 chains. So what I first made is that I used my markers to divide exactly where I should join my slip, okay? So as you could see, it is much better if we join with the same yarn and with the same hook, because if we join with embroidery needle here, we are going to create a pleat. So this is how we are going to finish making these last stitches. We are going to join both of our sleeves, and then at the end we are going to hide all the loosened threads that we have. And if you feel that you need to iron your garment, well, you can make it. Remember, use a protection under and with plenty of steam, but if not, you can leave it like that. In my case, I will leave it like that. I think it looks so pretty. And here also in the neck, you can make a single crochet row to reduce a little bit, or a crab stitch, but in my case I will leave it like that. Well, so what do you think? With this we finish. Remember, as I told you, if you want, you can reduce the neck a little bit, or you can leave it like that. I will leave it like that because this is the design and this is the style that I want. Remember that this is a medium size. If you want, you can make it longer, or you can make it for a smaller size. Also, you can make it without sleeves or with the sleeves more longer, but it's up to you. This is just an idea and you can create all your own. Also, you can make it longer, or you can make this blouse as a top too. Well, please, if you make this project, please take a picture and tag me. Follow me in all my social media. I will be replying all your pictures, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Remember that here in the description box below, I will share the link where you can watch the first part. Remember that this is the second part. Well, please stay tuned for the coming videos. I hope that you like this one. If you like it, please give me a like, share, and don't forget to leave me a comment. I love to read all of them, and as soon as I can, I will answer back. Well, thank you so much, and please don't forget also to subscribe to my Spanish channel too, Laura Cepeda. Well, thank you so much again, and see you in the next video. Bye.